Hey, you guys, it's Laurie Laughlin. It is Tuesday night, and it is time for another edition of the Green Room. I am waiting for Jareth Johnson to join me. So remember that when he finally comes on, there's going to be a weird delay, and it's going to look like we're frozen. Do not. It looked like it's fine, and then we might freeze up for a minute. And then he will be back. There he is. That didn't take too long. Hi, Michael. So we got to just wait a second to Facebook to cycle through, and then he will no longer be a statue. Are you unfrozen? Are you back? You're not frozen anymore.
I'm frozen in time.
Frozen in time. So for those of you just joining us, I am Laurie Laughlin, and I am joined with comedian Jareth Johnson. And we are doing the Green Room, which if you are not familiar with the Green Room, that is the room off the side of the stage where comedians and other performers usually hang out before and after their performance and talk about whatever they talk about. So that's what we're going to do here tonight. How are you tonight, Jareth? What's new?
It's hot. It's hot. My air conditioner is in storage because I thought I was going to be moving a month ago. So it's 86.5 in here right now and humid.
Ugh.
I'm not really complaining because I hate the cold. So this is much better.
There's got to be happy medium, no?
Have you seen this? Sam Harris
Waking up? No.
A Guide to Spirituality Without Religion. Just got it from Amazon.
I don't know that one.
Well, I opened it and there's somebody spilled food on it, so I just got a refund.
I see.
I got $3.
We're going to talk about comedy stuff? What do you want to talk about tonight? I have an idea. Do you have any ideas?
Nope.
You were saying something the other day. You always have an idea. You were saying something the other day, remember? And I said, "Oh, this would be perfect." When we were talking about writing comedy and how when, we're supposed to be writing ideally every day. And then if we say, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to write, and then sometimes we tend to look for the funny. Hey, Shauna, look at you, girl. Look at me now. Look at me now. Shauna made me go on Facebook Live a year ago, and I panicked.
Hoang, I hope I'm saying his name. I always get his name wrong. Hoag. He says, try Florida. I have tried Florida. I lived in Daytona for 6 months. All winter. It was awesome. But no, I am not staying there for the summer.
Too hot. I think Michigan's plenty hot. Anyway.
No, baby.
So you were talking about why it's so hard to sit down and think of something funny. So the process is really when it's time to write. I mean, if you think of something funny just off the top of your head, write it down and save it for later. But if you're going to say, okay, now it's time for me to write, you get your little computer or your notebook out and you start writing, and then you go, okay, now what's the punchline? It usually doesn't work so well.
So what I was told is that you can't write stuff down and edit at the same time. You have to use two different sides of your brain. You have to first write everything down. You have to use your left brain and your right brain.
Yeah. Do it again. Let's do the left brain and the right brain. Which one do I have? Am I using my left brain?
Right brain. I'm the left brain.
Are you more? Oh, almost. My face is longer. Are you more left brain or right brain usually?
Left.
Left is the analytical, right? Correct? Right is the creative side?
I analyze everything. You ever see one of those T-shirts that says Question Authority? I should get one of those T-shirts. I'm like nothing. I take nothing at face value. Somebody says that it's a sunny day. I'm going to look outside and make sure there's no clouds in the sky. And I'll go, oh, look, over there, way over there, there's clouds. It's not a fully sunny day. Yeah, I have a hard time just enjoying life without analyzing the heck out of everything.
Because your left brain is on full cylinders all the time, most of the time.
Which may actually be good for comedy. It forces me to analyze the crap out of everything. So I analyze stuff that other people ignore, and then I see the funny in it. Well, eventually. I don't always at first. At first, it irritates me. Then I got to look at it and try to find it funny. So, anyway.
Has anybody else heard of that, you guys, before? Is that it's hard for you to think of something funny because you're using your creative brain while you are trying to use your left brain? Am I the only one who never heard that? I thought that was it made perfect sense why it doesn't work.
Hey, this is my buddy Bill Douglas. He's watching from, where did he say he was going? You talked to him, Michigan? He's out in your neck of the woods now. He's from New Hampshire, or Maine, New Hampshire.
Oh, yeah.
He used to write dirt books with him.
I think I swapped what?
You guys talked on Messenger. I told him you should stop by and see your comedy show.
I thought you said I swapped earwigs with him. What the heck? I don't like earwigs.
Sorry. I'm talking too fast, and I am not enunciating because I am from Maine and I have a Maine accent. Hey,
it's your Maine accent. I couldn't understand. I thought you were saying that it's some kind of earwigs with Bill. I don't like earwigs.
I hate earwigs.
So anyway, anybody? Did you guys think that's an interesting tidbit? Why you can't think of the funny?
So you write stuff down, and you don't worry about what you're writing. You just write. And the whole idea is to keep writing so it just flows from your brain to your hand onto the paper. Because if you take time to analyze it, you'll screw it all up. You won't just flow right out of your brain. Then you go back and analyze it and edit it. Then you use the other side of your brain to do that.
So you can't really think funny. That's left and right. You're mixing them up. So you just are funny. Or something will dawn on you that's funny after you find correlations or misdirects or whatever method you use to write your jokes. Right? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I've been told. And that makes sense to me.
Hey, do you like this picture? Can you see? Who is this? Who do you think that is? Do you know who that is? Isn't she beautiful? I know. I moved my... What did you just do? You got a little zipper zapper there?
Thanks
oh my gosh.
Thanks to our mutual friend.
Lisa David Olson gave you that idea?
I love it. I'm going to get another one.
I don't have any instruments with me.
Sure.
I wish I would have known it's bring your instrument to work day. I'm
silly enough for both of us.
Well, no, I can be silly too. Yeah, I switched my office around a little bit. This was on the side wall, and then the back wall was black, and it looked like I was in the clink or something. 3 hots and a cot. Taking time to, Warden gave me privileges to do this. So, hey, I have a problem. I'm working on a piece, and that sounded inappropriate, didn't it? I'm working on a piece. I'm trying to. Yeah, a writing piece. I'm writing. I'm working on a bit, but part of it I want to say, and I'm still standing to talk about it, or I'm still here. But that is so cliche. You know, like this happened, this wasn't very good, blah, 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 and I'm still here to talk about it. Isn't there like an idiom or adage or another way to say, like, and I live to talk about it, or I'm still standing? I'm trying to figure out how to get out of the deal about, yeah, it happened, but don't worry, be happy, sort of a thing. Does that make any sense?
Don't worry, be happy. Hi, man. No, we've been jamming now.
You know, because I don't want to sound all blah blah blah. All this bad crap happened. I ate a bunch of crap sandwiches, and then I want to go. But hey, I live to talk about it. But I need another way to say that.
I had one of those too. What was it?
Anybody out there in TV land, you got any ideas? What's another way to say, like, and I live to talk about it, or, yeah, it was crap, but hey, look at me now, sort of a thing? Anything? Where's if I see I had an instrument, I'd play the Jeopardy theme while you came up with something. No, you can't use your left and your right brain. You need to be left brain. because I need you to think of something.
Squirrel.
Stop
Squirrel.
it. Fucking you on the head. Are you getting it?
Ow, 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 ow.
Come on! Jareth Johnson comedy. I thought you were going to help me write this piece.
You gotta live to tell it another day. Lived another day to tell
All
it
right.
another day. I survived it. I went through the storm and I came out the other side. I dodged every raindrop.
No, this part is supposed to be kind of funny. This isn't supposed to be the serious part.
After I get over them.
All right, and I see nobody's offering any suggestions, you guys. Group think here. So, all right, well, why don't you give it some thought, and then you get back to me on it.
I'm distracted because I keep reading Shauna's comment that says it's as hot as balls. It's kind of hard for me to concentrate.
Yeah, you know what? Let me elaborate a little bit more since you mentioned Shauna. So we were traveling.
I'm not looking at it.
We were in Boise, Idaho, and we got to chatting about Facebook Live. This is just last year, March of 2018. And I said, oh, I don't do Facebook Live. So what do you mean? I said, no, I've never done it. I've never done it. I'm not going to do it. She grabbed my phone. I said, I don't even know how to do it. She goes, here, give me your phone. And then she says, here's all you have to do, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden she goes, well, hi, everybody. She went live. She totally caught me off guard. And then she's like, I'm on Laurie's page, and you're probably wondering who I am and why I'm here. And I just sat there like a deer in the headlights. I was like, oh, are we live now? Now what happens? And now look at me now. Talking to some weirdo from Maine, trying to understand what you're saying.
Look at you go. You go, girl.
All right, well, since you're helping me so much with my writing, what else you got? Did anything funny happen? What's going on?
Let's see. My friend Dan said that he works at a big computer place. It's a huge building, like 3 football fields big. And he says that there's probably like 3 people that work there that speak English. And it's a pretty diverse place that he works at. And he says at the lunch group where he usually sits, they hung a big rainbow flag on the wall, but still none of the gay kids will sit with us. I'm not really sure what that is, but I thought it was funny when he said it. I might work that into some sort of a premise.
So he was thinking that was like instead of a no parking sign, it was a reverse. He wanted to park here. The gays could come sit with him. Is that what he's trying to say? Yeah,
Dan's a great guy. You know, he's married and everything, but we joked about riding our trials bikes and the gay pride parade would be like the gay trials riders from Maine. he goes, you can wear rainbow colors and because I'll be your wingman.
Hey, speaking of the gays, do you work gay? Do you do gay comedy? Is that a thing? Do you talk about being gay in the your set, or not really?
Not a lot. I'm not sure what I am, so it's hard for me to talk about it.
Who needs a label, right? You am what you am. That works.
Yeah, but when people ask, I always say, I'm a bisexual trans queer. That about covers everything.
And then does that leave people speechless because they never know how to respond to that?
They usually laugh. I think they think it's a joke, so I'm okay with that because I think it's a joke. I'm like, oh.
Okay, I think you should bring your little zippity doodah thing with you next time you say that. Yeah. All right. We have not been.
My last open mic, I said, I was born a poor black boy and grew up to be a big flamer. Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't me. That was Richard Pryor. Damn. No, I was born a rich white kid and grew up to be a big flamer. Speaking of flamers, did you hear Aladdin just came out? I didn't even know Aladdin was gay.
See how much better that joke goes when you have sound effects?
It made me laugh.
It is.
I do that all
I
the
can
time.
be.
I'll go to the open mic, I'll say something, it'll be dead silence. All I hear is crickets. And I'll just start laughing so hard I'm crying. And I'm like, oh, I says, you guys aren't laughing, but boy, I'm having a fucking blast.
You know, I did a set one time, and then after it was over, this lady said, I don't really get comedy, and I wasn't sure when I was supposed to laugh. I mean, I didn't know if I was supposed to give her a cue card or what, but and so then she goes, well, no, I don't think it's that it's not that you weren't funny. It's just that I don't understand comedy. I had never had anybody, she wasn't quite a heckler, but I wasn't really sure what to even say to that. Like, okay, it's not for everybody. We all laugh at different things.
I laugh at myself more than anything.
I do too.
But then I was the youngest of 5, and I drove my sisters crazy with my jokes, mostly just doing Monty Python, George Carlin, Cheech and Chong, stuff like that. It was probably funny the first 100 times, but after, I repeat them about 1,000 times, my sisters are going nuts, telling me to shut up, and I'm still laughing. I could still do Cheech and Chong stuff today, and I'd still laugh.
I have a bit about marijuana being legal and how it drives me nuts. And I made the reference about Cheech and Chong. I said something about every time I get behind Cheech and Chong. And a bunch of these kids in the room were almost like, who's Cheech and Chong? And I'm like, okay, doesn't everybody know who that is? I changed it to Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, but it was kind of funny that you make these references and it's like I forget that not everybody knows who you're talking about.
Oh, Laurie, you have some Scooby snacks? Oh, let's smoke some.
I don't know if you can hear that, but my hound dog is knocking to go out right now. So that she heard your Scooby snack and she wants to go out right now. So
you get Scooby snacks, you get hungry.
It might be a really good time to end this thing. We just hadn't done an edition in a while, and I thought before people think that we started it and decided not to do it again, I had computer issues all last week. So I'm glad we had a chance to touch base.
Well, I don't think we're going to win any awards, but I had fun.
It's really all that counts.
Right?
I don't know. Well, and see, maybe this isn't totally riveting nuclear science, but when you're in a green room, that's just what happens. That's what a green room is. What's happening? What's new? Did you write that joke? Did you hear about the one blah, blah, blah? That's what happens. All right. Oh, hello, sweetheart. Do you need to go outside? All right. I'm gonna have to cut this short because she's telling me that she doesn't have opposable thumbs and is not able to open the door herself.
I don't have to go outside. I've got a flush toilet.
Oh, all right. Well, it was nice seeing you again. I'm gonna since now I know we're supposed to be bringing show and tell items, I'll have something ready for next time. How about that?
All right.
So next time we'll start it from your page, your profile.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, and everybody, thanks for watching and not commenting, but we're just happy you're here. Feel free to add something to us, though. See ya.
Bye. Well, next time we'll let you know when we're doing it, so you can be prepared.
Oh yeah, there's that. We weren't really sure. All right. Adios.